Alright, so one of the most important things that most people should take into consideration in their lives is why you should be active. Physical activity is one of the more healthier things that you can do in your life, and if you don't take advantage of it and don't consider the benefits of it, it can lead to serious health problems, obesity, and other issues that we have today that are present in our country. So a quick overview. Every year, more and more people are becoming less and less active. With less people becoming active, more people are becoming obese and unhealthy. Less activity and more obesity equals an increasing number of strokes, heart palpitations, and blood clots each year. Only 1 to 3 people are physically active every day. Less than 5% of adults participate in 30 minutes of physical activity every day. 28% of Americans, or 80 million people, approximately, aged 6 or older, are physically inactive in our country. And reports project that by 2030, if these numbers continue to go in the direction that they've been going in, that approximately half of all adults in the United States will become obese. So this is just a quick overview of the rate of change that we've seen from, obviously, 1986 leading up to 2000. I mean, this is kind of an out-of-date graph, but you get the picture. When you look at BMI rates from how small they were back in 1986 and how much they've grown over the course of the last 14 years that graph is representing. Another graph that can prove why physical activity is so important is that when you're not being physically active, it can increase some of the health issues that I've already talked about, such as stroke. You have diabetes on here. You have, like I said, heart attack, all that kind of stuff. And 3 of the top 10 deaths in the world as of 2011 are related to these kind of issues that physical activity can help limit. So some of the benefits of physical activity. They help prevent heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. They protect you from colon and breast cancers. They relieve depressive symptoms and are known to improve mood, and they improve sleep and improve cognitive functions among older people and adults. So some of the costs of physical inactivity. So as you're sitting on the couch or just sitting around not being physically active, eating some sort of snack, or decreasing or increasing actually your health issues, these are some of the numbers that you might want to consider the next time you do something like that. So the estimated yearly health costs of obesity-related illness are around $190 billion every year, or 21% of annual costs in the United States. The average health cost for a child treated for obesity, so a child's health insurance, in our country is $3,743. The average health cost for a normal child is right around $1,000, so it's $2,600 difference between children that are obese and children that have normal BMIs and are considered in shape. So there's clearly a big hit going on for people that are physically inactive. So the bottom line after all of the data is that obesity is causing more and more money to be wasted every year. So some of the things that we are doing, or communities are doing as groups, is creating clubs that kids and adults can go to likewise that will help to raise or decrease the number of obese children and increase the number of physically active kids. So you have ideas such as Play 60, which is an NFL sponsorship, and you've had players like Damian Tomlinson, you have a ton of other superstars in the NFL, past and present, who try and help kids just play for an hour a day, because even that hour a day, if you're doing that every day, it's really going to help cut back on obesity, it's going to help with health-related issues, and it's going to create a healthier environment for everybody. Michelle Obama created, or co-founded, Let's Move, which is another similar idea to Play 60, with an hour of play a day, with obviously adults supervising, and I think it's a very good idea. I know everyone's heard of Boys and Girls Clubs that people do. Instead of going home and sitting around, you have clubs where you can hang out with your friends and just stay physically active. So just my closing ideas are adding physical activity into your day is not impossible. It only has to be 30 to 60 minutes per day to increase the healthiness of individuals and create a better environment for everybody. And whatever you do to be physically active does not matter. All that matters is that you put the time in, and if so, our country will be a more fit environment as a whole. And that's what I have.
That first chart's crazy.
Man.
Yeah.
With the increase, it's pretty
I
wild.
know. There's no way. What, you want to see baby pictures? Did you put our baby pic on there? What? Did you put our baby pic on there? No. I want to be feeling like I'm scared, guys. That's like, what's this picture? Huh? I think it did. So hard to come up with. Today's my birthday and I'm trying to find a good picture.
Oh, thank you.
Today's Michael's birthday. Come on, he doesn't have babies. Please don't do anything embarrassing. Taking a picture of me both have crooked teeth. Wicked janked. No, you do that.
Could use the colors.
Right, Cute Baby by Justin Bieber playing during the slideshow. No, you should have. No. No, Justin Bieber. Just a quick.
Good call.
Rather than presentation go down, like it goes 10%. Oh wait, I
Tiny Archibald.
All right, you guys. Oh,